Hello everyone, welcome to Coding Range. In this Python tutorial, we'll be talking about the basic concepts of the language and we'll be building some apps with that language itself. So, in the introduction, I wanted to talk about what is Python and what can you do with it. Python is really popular language that in the industry lots of people use that in different fields from web applications to desktop, even mobile application. You can create games with Python, you can create web sites, you can automate things, and most of all you can deal with machine learning with just with some libraries of Python. So it is powerful, it is scalable, and it is easier to learn because it's like you just talking with the computer with just using your own English. So in order to begin, we should first install Python. In order to install, you should go to python.org, and with the in that page you will see that yellow button which says download Python. The number might change because it always changes due to some updates, so you should click on it, and after the executable file is downloaded, you should open it up, and the next step is to install. It says that it is failed because I have already downloaded that Python. One of the main things that you should consider is there is a one necessary thing to do. When you set up Python, there is a prompt asking you to add Python to the path. You should click that checkbox to make sure that Python is installed and it is accessible through the command prompt or PowerShell or any terminal you'll be using. Other than that, we need a text editor to use Python to code in Python and to see the output of our program. So there are lots of options for that, but I would prefer VS Code. Like Visual Studio Code is one of the options. The other one is PyCharm. Uh, VS Code is like the an editor. You can add whatever you want. You can build anything. It is like Notepad++ or like other text editors. But PyCharm is mostly about Python, and it has lots of tools to build. It has IntelliSense, or like you can check the site itself. I prefer Visual Studio Code because I don't only write in Python. I have React applications. I write codes with React Native and so on and so forth. And because of that, I like to use VS Code, and it is actually a bit lighter than the PyCharm. So after downloading the text editor of your choice and the Python to the system, it is time to test it out and write our first code. But before that, I would like to give you some extensions that you can use with VS Code, which are, let me tell you, the first one is Code Runner. It helps you to run the code as you type. Like after typing your Python code, after saving it, you can run and see the results without using other terminals outside of the VS Code. You can see the results, and you should you should consider downloading that. It is really helpful for your programming adventures. So let's open up a new file, and we should call it hello world.py. Yeah. So this is our main screen. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so this is our main screen. We will be writing our first code in the in that tutorial, and after that we will keep going on talking about data structures, data types, and lists, tuples, dictionaries, everything we can talk about. Actually, as Richard Feynman said, the best way of learning is by teaching. So actually, I chose to share my knowledge both to help you learn and help you get used to this world and just not just stay only with Python, but develop into like become a skillful developer in the industry and finally land a job that will suit you, or follow your passions and build some companies. I just want to share my knowledge, and as I share, I will be researching, I will be learning what I know even deeper in order to teach you in a simpler way. So, today I won't be going so deep into language syntax, but first we should tell the computer to print out something. As you can see, the first programs, like I can say, first applications nearly every programmer built in this world is Hello World, because it has that taste. I don't know. I've started with C Sharp, and as you can guess, my first program was Hello World. Anyway, we should tell the computer to print out Hello World. So, in order to tell our computer to run that code and give us what we wanted, what we'd want from it, and we should write a simple one line of code, which is print, and we open up the parentheses and we add double quotes and we add hello world exclamation. That's it. That's your first application you built using Python. You can save it by Control S. It's the shortcut of saving programs. And as I mentioned before, if you have already installed CodeRunner, you will be able to run and see the output. Like run code, you can see that it gives what we want, which was hello world. Other than that, if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe and keep following, because in the following days we will be talking about core concepts of the Python language and we'll be building apps using it, and you'll be able to follow along and build and type and code and see the results with me. And actually, there will be even GUI, like graphical user interface programs with Tkinter or Tkinter, I don't know how it is spelled. So be sure to subscribe, and if you have any questions, you can write down on the comments. See you soon.